Welcome back to the show, Reds. This is the Shankly Sessions, the Liverpool podcast we bring you each and every week. This is your Fulham preview. Away to Fulham at Craven Cottage, 4:30 Super Sunday. 6 cup finals to go, 6 must wins. Otherwise we can kiss goodbye to the title and the title race and send Klopp off in a really dramatically poor way. This is a real time for these players to really show what they're made of. This is a time for these players to rock up and make things happen and pay back the gaffer and us loyal fans and themselves and show that we're better than these 6 teams that we face over the next number of weeks. The disappointment of Thursday, while not a surprise, was still disappointing insofar as we got the early goal and stuff like that, but very little showed then after that. Playing with a kind of an anxiety, playing with a fear of failure. And I remember going back, one of my favourite films of all time, Rocky 3. I remember Apollo Creed talking to Rocky when his confidence was gone and all. And he turned around and he said, there is no tomorrow. Well, this is never truer than this title race. Because drop points tomorrow, everything doesn't even matter. The next 5 games don't even matter. We can ill afford now. We have to have 6 wins or nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. And we have the privilege that Arsenal are playing Wolves today, so we get to see how that result goes. Not that Arsenal is going to be the benchmark for us in terms of the title race, but they still have a card in the game. But the benchmark is truly going to be City. And unless we can go back to the top of the table, unless we can put the points on the board before City play in the Premier League again, of course they're playing Chelsea today in the FA Cup, so we have the added advantage as well of putting points on the board as well. The door slightly open, slightly ajar. We've known at times in the past we failed to walk through this door, but we really have 6 games to send the gaffer off the right way. And if we win those 6 games and those 6 games are not enough, then that's fine. At least we tried. At least we gave it a go. At least we showed heart. At least we showed desire. At least we gave it 100%. Last Sunday was shocking. Every player to a man on that pitch should have been embarrassed. Crystal Palace shown up, well organised, under a new manager, Glazner. And they made a show of us. Are we going to let that happen again? Are we going to keep on letting this happen? Are we going to keep on looking for the excuses except looking for ways to make things happen? Are we going to talk about the Spurs game, how we were hard done by? Are we going to look back on this season of what might have been? Or are we going to step through that door and make it happen? And if we win our 6 games and it's not enough, so be it. We gave it a go. We went out on our shield. We did everything we could for the gaffer. Or are we going to go out in a whimper? Is this the weekend that Man City actually wins the league? Because we didn't show up, or because Arsenal didn't show up? Or are we going to push them right till the last day? Are we going to see who has the minerals this time for this title race? Or are we just going to hand it to Pep on a platter? What are we going to do, Reds? How are we going to get through this? 6 games to go. On paper, we're better than every other team that we're going to face. On paper, we should beat every other team. But on paper means nothing. It's when you step across that line. Forget about your huddles for the TV. Forget about how your team leader meetings happened, about running through walls for this gaffer and all this kind of shit. Get out there and do it. Make it happen. Go out, start with 3 points against this Fulham side. Go out and show them how you're better than them. Don't talk to me on Sunday evening about how Muniz is unbelievable. How 65-year-old Willian is having the season of his life. How Palhinha bossed the midfield and he's a guy we should be signing. How Bobby De Cordova-Reid is world class. I don't want to hear any of that shite come Sunday evening. I want to hear that we've gone out, played our hearts out, got the win, got the 3 points and move on to Wednesday, which in actual fact is going to be a much more difficult match. Potentially the last Merseyside derby at Goodison. Potentially everything wanting to spoil our potential title run and our send-off for the gaffer. Who knows, the way this league might turn out, potentially it could be the last Merseyside derby for a while. Let's see what happens there. But our focus ultimately has to be match to match, and certainly tomorrow 3 points or bust. Now if you look at the lineups, we've gone through the lineups all season. We spoke about who we think should play. We spoke about who we think, how we should set up for different teams and all this kind of thing. None of that matters The only thing that matters tomorrow is that we go out there, put in a performance, get the 3 points, and get the hell out of Craven Cottage. And then ask the questions of everyone else. Because Sunday evening, we could be top of the league. And how much do these players want it? How much is Virgil van Dijk a captain? How much is Trent Alexander a captain? I don't want to hear about Jude Bellingham being your best friend. I don't want to see finger pointing. I don't want to hear that we've had 26 points from losing positions. How about we get 3 points on Sunday just from a winning position? I don't want to hear that Mo Salah's thinking about his future. I don't want to hear that Luis Diaz's dad is chatting with Barcelona. I don't want to hear that Nunez is Captain Chaos. I don't want to hear it. I want us to go out there and I want us to do what needs to be done. I want us to show the mentality that we need to show as Liverpool Football Club entering into a new era after this league campaign. New manager coming in, new philosophies. Show that new manager whether you're the guy to wear that badge next season. And so far there's a lot of questions over a lot of these players this season. Michael Edwards coming back in. Is it going to be a sprinkling that needs to go into this team? Or is it going to be a major overhaul? Show us, Red Men, what you are made of this Sunday. Show us how much you want it. Show us how much you want to send that gaffer out in the right way. That gaffer who has afforded each and every one of you his cloak of protection at times. His loyalty at times when your play was in the mud. Let's show how much. Let's reflect and look at the images of that gaffer in Bergamo the other night. A fallen, broken, shattered man. What about his last game at Old Trafford? Are we going to do the right thing? Are we going to be Liverpool Football Club? Are we going to end this story, this chapter, this era the right way? Or are we just going to rock up and go through the motions and go, well, on to the next one, guys? No. Tomorrow is D-Day. There is no tomorrow. As Apollo Creed told Rocky, there is no tomorrow. As Mickey said to Rocky when you're on the canvas, get up, Rock, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. We love this club. We follow this club to the ends of the earth. Give us a reason to get behind you and make this happen. 6 games to go. Premier League title on the line. Let's send the gaffer out the right way. My prediction for the game, 2-0 to Liverpool. We've heard Alisson Becker talking about how important it is to get back to clean sheets. Let's see Mo Salah now step up again. Let's see Diogo Jota step up again. Let's not talk about injuries. Let's not talk about any of that stuff. Let's not talk about what's happened. Let's talk about how a season now and a title race starts right now. 6 games to go. Let's get out there and do what needs to be done. No more talk. No more reason. No more crazy match reactions. Either do it or don't do it. But it's your mirror you have to look in after Sunday afternoon. You guys decide. Leave your thoughts down in the comments, Reds. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification button. Drop a like on the video. Come on, Red Men. Let's go out there. Let's get over the line. Let's try and win this title for Klopp. Let's ask the questions of Man City. Let's go out on our sword if that's the way it's going to be. But let's give it a go. Let's give it a go and do everything that we can. Let's not talk tactics. Let's not talk players. Let's not talk all this stuff. Let's get out there and get it done. We're better than them. Show we're better than them. Let's do it, Red Men. Cheers.